Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking about the book that I have read recently that really Blitzscaling, lighting fast path to building massive, valuable companies. I'll be covering this book in this video. Blitzscaling is a book written by Reid, Hoffman, a co-founder of LinkedIn, and Chris Yach. The book was published in 2018 and focused on the concept of blitzscaling, a term coined by Hoffman to describe a specific approach to rapidly growing and scaling startups to achieve market dominance and massive value creation. Perhaps if you yourself would try different approaches and you would make your mind what would work for you. Perhaps that particular concept is not for everyone. Myself, I'm interested in this kind of concept, so myself, but I don't know. So for some, it might be hard to understand, but perhaps when you're starting a number of different projects, one of them, or understand different concepts of how that might work, worth taking a look at this book, but not necessarily your first business. I would say not necessarily just because of how volatile, how risky this venture can be. Blitzscaling involves prioritizing speed and growth over efficiency and stability, and it's often associated with the tech startups that aim to become industry leaders in a short amount of time. The author argues that today's fast-paced business environment is essential for startups to aggressively pursue rapid growth in order to capture market share and gain competitive edge. The prov- uh, the book provides insights into strategies and tactics used by successful companies like top tech giants without sharing any details. If you are interested to find out some of the projects that he's discussing, I would highly recommend reading your book, right? Well, either way, the book itself, it had a lot of value. If anything, I would place a lot of value on people who sharing information based on their personal experience. I can't imagine anything more valuable than that. Instead of perhaps some of the books that I would come across, where people would try to solve hypotheses, right? So we're just talking about talking, not necessarily doing anything, right? The book covers a number of different topics. Let's take a look at some of those. First one, identifying when and how to blitzscale, understanding the right conditions and opportunities for rapid growth. So if anything, you need to understand because that might be not for everything, but for not for every kind of business, right? But for very particular type of business. So it's not based on the concept shared in the book. That might be with currently what's been going on in the world. Perhaps more of the technology companies and how easy it might be to scale some of the software solutions, right? Managing growing challenges, addressing the problem and chaos that can arise then scaling up quickly. Managing, perhaps mapping out if you can in the beginning, setting up for success, right? And uh, and if anything, there would be a lot of ideas that would be shared within the book of how you could potentially balance a lot of things out if you were to begin in the project, how you would need to free fall, and as you are falling, you need to constantly redefine the project that you are building, keep rebuilding it, and keep having dedicated team around it, right? So within the book, there is a lot of information of people who actually have done it. But overall, this strategy, if anything, myself, as I'm interested in strategy, it's a very interesting way of thinking about things. Building a network of allies, leveraging partnership and relationships to support rapid growth. If anything, perhaps there's a lot of ways how to think about it when it comes to perhaps rising capital, as well as perhaps partnerships when it comes to business. So many different areas where you might need to have strong partnerships with industry that could potentially support your own business and what you are trying to accomplish along the way. If anything, the faster you're gonna begin or start building your network, strong networks, communities, the better or more likely your project will succeed. As well as in a book, author discussing the way how many people can think about how to navigate different stages when it comes to moving from different stages of scaling your business. In the book, author has used some of the concepts moving from family stage to the town to uh, communities, larger communities. I can't remember all the details of the way how he progressed to, but basically he was using an example as how he would progress from different stages, from a small group of people into larger. Some of those concepts for some of the people out there might be easier to understand. Myself, I constantly been thinking and then been reading or listening to this book about groups or how to structure this company, how to organize buildings, where to rent those, how to allocate those. I was thinking about this kind of things. He was saying that, but that's just me. So, that's just me. Balancing speed and efficiency, managing the trade-offs between growth and operational stability. uh, in many businesses, depending on your experience, right? Let's jump into perhaps your experience. If you've been working for different companies in the beginning, you might find yourself putting down the fires, right? Instead of perhaps what might be considered preventing those fires in the first place. Perhaps different concepts would be putting down the fires and prioritizing your time, what would be most important, right? That's not necessarily, again, it's not necessarily not looking at customer service, but instead focusing on the product. That's another strategy. Not for everyone, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video. This kind of strategy, you need to understand what actually you're doing and how you're gonna overcome some of the obstacles of the customer service in the first place without putting in it or too much attention on that in the first place. But again, that's a part of the strategy and see what will work for you and how hard is customer retention and acquisition and all the other areas in the first place, and how you would like to allocate all your resources available. Like it's the that's just an example, right? The role of culture and leadership. Cultivating right organization culture and leadership to support blitzscaling. Everyone needs to be on board basically with what your targets, what your values are, how you're looking to achieve those goals that you set for organization and for people working for your organization, and everyone needs to be definitely not contradicting themselves, right? Everyone needs to be on board with what you're trying to achieve, and they're discussing a lot in the detail of how we're looking to achieve that. Perhaps because of the background, I understand that this person focused a lot on similar projects in the past. He was looking at different projects, one of them being basically his experience, co-founder of LinkedIn. So he would focus a lot of professional staff, so he understands this area very well. And yeah, how to work with the people as well as how to manage a project, how to get all the people up there organized to get things done, right? So it's something that he had have accomplished in the past, and he's looking to share his knowledge with the readers. Reid, Hoffman, and Chris Yack draw upon their experience in the tech industry and provide case studies and insights from very successful companies to illustrate their points. The book has been influenced in the startup and entrepreneurship community and has sparked discussions about benefits and challenges of pursuing rapid growth at all costs. I kind of I like this attitude. If I had to pick people to be on my team, I would pick these two people. That's what I'm saying. If anything, not necessarily everyone would be. I would need to balance people out, right? If I would want to find this kind of people, It's very hard. I mean, then it's very hard to find this kind of people with this kind of attitude, right? I would prefer to have those people up there as well as a couple of technical people to trying to catch up. If anything, that would be my takeaways. It's worth noting that blitzscaling may not be suitable for all types of business. For people out there who are interested in learning more, I have published a course. Within this course, I'm looking to share a lot of information with the people who would like to find out more about where to begin, how to better themselves. I have done so much work trying to find out myself where to begin, what to do, how to organize things. I have done it, so you don't need to. And I have published this course, and within this course, I'm sharing all this information with the people who are interested in finding out more. All this information haven't been taught in school. I have done all this work, so, and I'm looking to share it with the people. Or if you are currently struggling and you got yourself stuck in the rut, whatever case might be, feel free to reach out to me. We can discuss that and how we can potentially work together. If we were to begin, perhaps I can share with you different formats, text format, PDF file, or video format, whatever case might be. This concept that I'm discussing in this video definitely not for every business, and the approach comes with own set of risk and trade-offs. Is something worth noting. The book provides framework for understanding when and how to employ blitzscaling and growth strategy, but also highlights the need for careful consideration and adaptability. So one size fits all might not be for everyone, but if anything, it's good to perhaps understand or stretch your understanding when it comes to perhaps how others did it and mindset and some of those concepts is worth definitely taking a look. I personally believe there should be more people like that. Well, no, I don't know. It's when someone's running that fast, things can happen, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.